Every year, over 2 million people from every corner of the globe converge on a single point in the desert, their hearts pulled by an invisible thread toward a simple black cube that has stood for millennia. This is not just any journey. This is a journey that Muslims dream of from childhood, save for throughout their lives, and remember until their final breath. Today, we're taking you on an extraordinary tour through the most sacred sites in Islam, places where heaven and earth seem to touch, where history breathes in every stone, and where millions find the deepest connection to their faith. Masjid al-Haram. Standing in the courtyard of Masjid al-Haram in Mecca is an experience that defies description. The Grand Mosque sprawls across 400,000 square meters, making it the largest mosque in the world, capable of accommodating up to 4 million worshippers during the Hajj season. But size alone doesn't capture what makes this place extraordinary. At its center stands the Kaaba, a cube-shaped structure draped in black silk embroidered with gold Quranic verses, known as the Kiswa. This cloth is replaced annually in a ceremony that has continued for centuries. The moment you enter through any of the mosque's 210 gates, you're swept into a sea of humanity unlike anything else on earth. People from Indonesia stand shoulder to shoulder with pilgrims from Morocco. Nigerian Muslims pray beside those from China. Every skin color, every language, every economic class becomes equal in this space. The marble floors, kept cool by a sophisticated underground water system, feel soothing under bare feet, even in the scorching Arabian heat. The massive white marble courtyard gleams under the sun, while at night the 7 towering minarets rise into the darkness, their lights creating a corona around the sacred precinct. Walking around the Kaaba during tawaf, the ritual circumambulation, you move counterclockwise with thousands of others in 7 complete circles. The crowd flows like a living river. Some pilgrims weep openly, their voices rising in prayer. Others walk in silent contemplation, their lips moving in quiet supplication. The elderly are pushed in wheelchairs. Parents carry small children on their shoulders. The sick and disabled find space in the designated areas, ensuring everyone can participate in this fundamental ritual. The black stone, mounted in the eastern corner of the Kaaba, draws special attention. Set in a silver frame, this ancient stone is believed to date back to the time of Adam and Eve. Pilgrims try to touch or kiss it, following the tradition of Prophet Muhammad. Inside the mosque, the atmosphere changes. Air conditioning keeps the temperature comfortable, a modern blessing that allows worshippers to focus on their devotions. The call to prayer, when it echoes through the vast space, creates an acoustic experience that resonates in your chest. Thousands rise as one, forming perfect rows that stretch in all directions, all facing the Kaaba. The Zamzam water dispensers are positioned throughout the mosque, offering the blessed water that springs from the well near the Kaaba. Pilgrims drink deeply, and many collect bottles to bring home to loved ones. The water is slightly salty but refreshing, and drinking it while making supplications is a cherished tradition. The Zamzam well itself, now housed in an underground chamber, pumps thousands of liters daily to meet the demand. Al-Masjid, an-Nabawi. The journey from Mecca to Medina, about 450 kilometers north, takes visitors to a completely different atmosphere. While Mecca pulses with the intensity of the Hajj, Medina offers a more contemplative spirituality. Al-Masjid an-Nabawi, the Prophet's Mosque, is the second holiest site in Islam and one of the largest mosques in the world, capable of holding over 1 million worshippers. The mosque's most distinctive feature is its massive green dome, visible from throughout the city. Beneath this dome lies the burial chamber containing the graves of Prophet Muhammad, Abu Bakr, and Umar, 2 of his closest companions and the first caliphs. The dome, originally the same color as the rest of the mosque, was painted green in the late 19th century and has since become an iconic symbol recognized worldwide. Entering the mosque, you're immediately struck by the beauty of the architecture. The courtyard features 250 giant umbrellas that open and close automatically, providing shade during the day and revealing the stars at night. These architectural marvels are engineering wonders, each weighing tons, yet opening gracefully in synchronized movements. The marble floors are kept cool through underground systems, and in winter, heating ensures comfort for worshippers. The interior of the mosque glows with soft lighting that highlights the intricate Islamic calligraphy and geometric patterns covering the walls and pillars. The columns are arranged in perfect rows, creating long sight lines that draw the eye toward the Qibla wall. The green carpet is exceptionally soft, and the air conditioning maintains a pleasant temperature year-round. Crystal chandeliers hang from the ceiling, their lights creating a warm, welcoming atmosphere. The Rawda, known as the Garden of Paradise, is a special area between the Prophet's pulpit and his burial chamber. The carpet here is different, traditionally green, marking this blessed space. Praying here is considered especially meritorious, and people wait patiently for their turn to enter. The area is often crowded, with organized entry times for men and women to ensure everyone gets an opportunity. Standing in the Rawda, you feel the weight of history. This is where the Prophet himself prayed, taught his companions, and built the first Muslim community. Visiting the Prophet's mosque requires the same modest dress as in Mecca, though pilgrims are not required to wear ihram unless they're performing Umrah. The mosque is open all day and night, with prayers drawing massive crowds, especially for Fajr and Isha. The experience of praying in congregation here, in the city the Prophet called home, connects visitors directly to Islamic tradition. Al-Aqsa Mosque. Traveling to Jerusalem takes us to Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam. The Al-Aqsa compound, also known as al-Haram al-Sharif, covers about 35 acres in Jerusalem's Old City and contains multiple structures of immense religious significance. The silver-domed Al-Aqsa Mosque itself sits at the southern end of the compound, capable of holding thousands of worshippers in its main prayer hall and surrounding areas. Walking through the compound is like stepping through layers of history. Ancient olive trees, some hundreds of years old, provide shade in the courtyards. The stone pathways, worn smooth by countless feet over centuries, led between various structures. Fountains for ablution are scattered throughout, their flowing water providing both practical use and a peaceful soundtrack to the space. The Dome of the Rock, with its brilliant golden dome and blue-tiled exterior, dominates the compound visually. The octagonal structure houses the foundation stone, a massive rock of deep spiritual significance. The interior is breathtaking, with intricate mosaics covering every surface. The craftsmanship is extraordinary, with geometric patterns and Arabic calligraphy creating a visual symphony of color and form. Natural light filters through stained glass windows, casting colored patterns across the ancient stone floor. For Muslims, this is where Prophet Muhammad began his night journey to heaven, making it a site of profound spiritual importance. Standing inside the Dome of the Rock, looking up at the decorated ceilings and then down at the stone itself, you feel connected to a moment that bridges earthly and heavenly realms. The Al-Aqsa Mosque's interior is more austere than the Dome of the Rock, but equally moving. White marble columns line the prayer hall, supporting a wooden ceiling decorated with geometric patterns. The mihrab, the niche indicating the direction of prayer, is simple but elegant. The minbar, or pulpit, carries its own historical significance. Large carpets cover the floor, and when filled with worshippers, the mosque creates a powerful sense of communal worship. Accessing the Al-Aqsa compound requires navigating complex political and security situations. Visiting hours are limited, and access is controlled through specific gates. Non-Muslim visitors are restricted in where they can go and what times they can visit. For Muslim visitors, especially those coming for Friday prayers, the experience is more open, though still subject to checkpoints and security measures. Despite these challenges, when you finally enter and stand in the compound, all the difficulties fade as you connect with this sacred space. The Ibrahimi Mosque. South of Jerusalem in Hebron, the Ibrahimi Mosque stands as a testament to the shared heritage of Abrahamic faiths. Also known as the Cave of the Patriarchs, or Maqpila, this site contains the traditional burial places of Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Leah. The structure itself is ancient, with Herodian-era walls forming the foundation. The massive stone blocks, perfectly fitted together, have stood for over 2,000 years. The mosque portion of the complex features beautiful Islamic architecture added over centuries. Green-carpeted prayer halls with white walls create a serene atmosphere. Ornate hanging lamps and simple chandeliers provide lighting. The cenotaphs, or symbolic tombs of the patriarchs and matriarchs, are draped in embroidered green cloth, and pilgrims visit to offer prayers and pay respects. However, visiting the Ibrahimi Mosque is complicated by the political situation in Hebron. The building is divided between Islamic and Jewish sections, with different access points and strict security measures. This division affects when and where Muslim visitors can access certain areas. The atmosphere can be tense, with security forces present and restrictions on movement. Despite these challenges, Muslim pilgrims who visit find deep spiritual meaning in connecting with the resting place of Abraham, a prophet revered in Islam as the father of monotheism and a friend of God. The experience requires patience and understanding of the complex local situation, but for many, the spiritual significance makes the journey worthwhile. Umayyad Mosque. The Umayyad Mosque in Damascus, Syria, represents one of Islam's greatest architectural achievements. Built in the early 8th century, it has witnessed over 1,300 years of history. The mosque's courtyard is vast, paved with white marble that gleams in the sunlight. At its center sits an octagonal structure housing a fountain used for ablution. The courtyard's 3 minarets each have a different style, reflecting various periods of construction and reconstruction over the centuries. The prayer hall interior is stunning, with a central nave leading to the mihrab. The walls are covered with stunning mosaics depicting trees, buildings, and landscapes in green, gold, and blue glass tiles. These Byzantine-era mosaics are considered some of the finest examples of Islamic art, though they predate the Islamic prohibition on depicting living creatures by showing only architecture and nature. The ceiling is decorated with intricate geometric patterns, and massive chandeliers hang from thick chains. One of the mosque's most significant features is a shrine containing what many believe to be the head of John the Baptist, known in Islam as the Prophet Yahya. The shrine, with its silver-domed structure, sits within the prayer hall and draws pilgrims who come to pay respects to this prophet honored in both Islam and Christianity. However, it's important to note that Syria's recent history has made travel there difficult and often dangerous. The civil war has affected much of the country, though Damascus and the mosque have been relatively protected. Those who have visited in recent years describe a city struggling but resilient, with the mosque still serving as a center of worship and community. The tourism infrastructure has been damaged, and security concerns remain paramount. For those who can visit safely, the mosque offers an unparalleled glimpse into early Islamic architecture and the continuity of worship across centuries. Imam-Ali-Mosque in Najaf, Iraq, the Imam-Ali-Mosque rises with its golden dome and minarets, creating a landmark visible for miles across the flat Iraqi plains. This mosque and shrine holds profound significance for Shia Muslims as the burial place of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the Prophet's cousin and son-in-law, and the first Imam in Shia Islam. The Golden Dome, recently regilded, shines brilliantly in the Iraqi sun, while the twin golden minarets frame the complex. The mosque can accommodate hundreds of thousands of worshippers, with multiple courtyards and prayer halls surrounding the central shrine. The outer courtyard is vast, paved with marble and surrounded by arcades providing shade. As you move inward, the decoration becomes more elaborate. Turquoise and gold tiles cover walls, and mirrorwork creates glittering surfaces that reflect light in dazzling patterns. The shrine chamber itself is the spiritual heart of the complex. The tomb is enclosed by a zari, a grill of precious metals, often gold or silver, decorated with intricate designs and Quranic inscriptions. Pilgrims crowd around the zari, touching it, praying, and weeping. The emotional intensity is palpable. The air is perfumed with rose water and incense. The sound of prayers and weeping creates a powerful soundscape. The mosque complex includes libraries, religious schools, and administration buildings. The Wadi Yus Salam Cemetery, one of the largest in the world, spreads from the mosque's edges, with millions of graves of Muslims who wish to be buried near Imam Ali. Walking through this cemetery is a meditation on mortality and faith, with graves stretching to the horizon. The Great Mosque of Kairouan. Traveling to Tunisia, we find the Great Mosque of Kairouan, one of North Africa's most important Islamic sites. Kairouan itself is considered the 4th holiest city in Islam by some scholars, and visiting the mosque 7 times is said to equal 1 Hajj in spiritual merit. The mosque, founded in the 7th century, has been rebuilt and expanded multiple times, with the current structure dating primarily from the 9th century. The mosque's most striking feature is its massive square minaret, one of the oldest in the Islamic world. Rising over 30 meters, it's built of stone and has a simple, powerful design that has influenced minaret architecture throughout North Africa. The courtyard is enormous, capable of holding thousands, paved with marble and surrounded by horseshoe arches supported by columns. These columns were taken from Roman and Byzantine ruins, making the mosque a palimpsest of Mediterranean history. Each column is different, some smooth, some fluted, some with Corinthian capitals, creating an eclectic but harmonious visual effect. The prayer hall features a forest of columns, creating numerous aisles leading to the mihrab. The mihrab itself is considered one of the finest examples of Islamic art, decorated with lusterware tiles that shimmer with metallic glazes in gold and green. The wood-carved minbar is one of the oldest in existence, an intricate work of geometric precision and craftsmanship. Visiting Kairouan is markedly different from visiting sites in the Middle East. Tunisia is relatively accessible with good tourism infrastructure and a reputation for welcoming visitors. The city of Kairouan retains much of its traditional character, with medinas where craftspeople still work in traditional trades. The local specialty is carpet weaving, and you can visit workshops where artisans create intricate designs on traditional looms.
Sultan Ahmed Mosque.
Istanbul's Sultan Ahmed Mosque, universally known as the Blue Mosque, represents the height of Ottoman architectural achievement. Built in the early 17th century, it's named for its interior decoration of over 20,000 handmade blue Iznik tiles. The mosque is unique in having 6 minarets, which initially caused controversy since only the mosque in Mecca had this many. The issue was resolved by adding a 7th minaret to Mecca's mosque. Approaching the Blue Mosque from the Hippodrome, you see its cascading domes creating a mountain of architecture, with the 6 slim minarets rising like needles into the Istanbul sky. The courtyard is as large as the mosque itself, with a central fountain and colonnaded galleries on all sides. The gates are intricately decorated with gold on a deep blue background. Inside, the mosque lives up to its name. The walls bloom with blue tiles, creating floral and geometric patterns. Natural light pours through 260 windows, creating a luminous space that changes throughout the day. The main dome, supported by 4 massive pillars called elephant feet, soars overhead. The carpet is red, creating a warm contrast to the cool blue of the tiles. Calligraphic roundels bearing the names of God, the Prophet, and the early caliphs hang at strategic points. The Blue Mosque is still an active mosque with 5 daily prayers. Between prayers, tourists are allowed to visit, with women required to cover their hair and everyone removing shoes before entering. The mosque provides headscarves and robes at the entrance for those who need them. The security and organization are efficient, with separate entrances for worshippers and tourists.
Quba Mosque. The Quba Mosque feels refreshingly simple and peaceful. Located slightly outside the main city center, it offers a quieter experience compared to Al-Masjid, an-Nabawi. The mosque is clean, spacious, and welcoming. Visitors often walk to Quba Mosque, enjoying the journey through local neighborhoods. Inside, the environment is calm and relaxed, allowing visitors to spend time without feeling rushed. The surrounding area includes small shops and rest areas, making it easy to spend time here comfortably. Mount Uhud and the battlefield of Uhud. Mount Uhud rises quietly on the outskirts of Medina, standing as a natural landmark rather than a tourist attraction. Visiting the area feels reflective and solemn. The open land, rocky terrain, and quiet surroundings encourage visitors to slow down. Many people walk around silently, reading signs, or simply standing and looking at the mountain. There are no grand structures here, which makes the experience more personal. It's a place where visitors reflect rather than observe. Cave of Hira. Reaching Hira Cave requires effort. The climb is steep, rocky, and physically demanding. Visitors often start early to avoid heat and crowds. Along the way, people stop to rest, drink water, and encourage one another. At the top, the cave itself is small and simple. There's no decoration, no comfort, just rock and silence. Standing there feels powerful, not because of what you see, but because of where you are. The view of Mecca below adds to the experience, reminding visitors of the journey they've made both physically and spiritually.
The Great Mosque of Dejenne. Our final destination takes us to Mali in West Africa, to the Great Mosque of Dejenne, one of the most remarkable religious structures in the world. Built entirely of sun-baked mud bricks and mud-based mortar, this massive structure is the largest mud brick building on Earth and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The mosque's architecture is distinctively Sudano-Sahelian, with thick walls studded with wooden beams called torons that protrude from the structure. These torons serve both aesthetic and practical purposes. They create the mosque's distinctive appearance while also providing permanent scaffolding for the annual replastering ceremony. Every year, the entire community participates in covering the mosque with fresh mud, a festival-like event that has become integral to Dejenne's cultural identity. This ceremony, called the crepissage, is both a religious duty and a celebration of community. The mosque has 3 minarets, rising from the western wall like sand castles fashioned by giants. The central minaret is the tallest, with stairs inside leading to the top. The structure can accommodate up to 3,000 worshippers, with a prayer hall featuring rows of massive pillars supporting the roof. Small windows high in the walls allow light and air to enter while keeping the interior cool in the intense Saharan heat. Dejenne itself is an ancient trading city founded in the 9th century and was once a center of Islamic learning rivaling Timbuktu. The entire old city is built in the same mud brick architecture, creating a cohesive aesthetic that transports visitors to another era. The weekly Monday market transforms the square in front of the mosque into a sea of color and activity, with traders coming from throughout the region to sell goods ranging from fabrics to livestock. The community around the mosque is deeply traditional, with Islamic scholarship still thriving in local madrasas. The approach to Islam here has been influenced by West African traditions, creating practices and expressions of faith distinct from those in the Arab world or Asia. The Niger River flows near Dejenne, and boat trips offer perspectives on the mosque rising from the floodplains. The surrounding countryside, with its seasonal flooding and agricultural cycles, has shaped life here for millennia. These sacred sites, from the marble courtyards of Mecca to the mud walls of Dejenne, from the mosaics of Damascus to the blue tiles of Istanbul, represent the geographic and cultural diversity of Islam. Each offers unique experiences, challenges, and spiritual rewards. Some are easily accessible, with modern infrastructure welcoming millions annually. Others require more effort, navigating complex political situations or remote locations. But all share the common thread of Islamic faith, architectural beauty, and the devotion of believers across centuries. Visiting these places as a tourist means more than seeing famous landmarks. It means witnessing living faith in action, seeing how believers from different cultures and traditions practice Islam while maintaining connection to their sacred heritage. It means experiencing hospitality that transcends language and nationality, as the Muslim concept of welcoming strangers makes travelers feel like honored guests. It means seeing how architecture can embody spiritual aspirations, how space can be organized to create connection between human and divine. As we conclude this journey through Islam's most sacred spaces, we're reminded that these sites continue to evolve. New facilities are built, old structures are maintained or restored, communities around them change, and political situations shift. Yet the fundamental spiritual significance endures, drawing believers and visitors year after year, generation after generation. If you found this journey through these remarkable places inspiring and enlightening, please subscribe to our channel for more explorations of the world's sacred sites and cultural treasures.